Hi, I'm KATHRYN Madison. I'm 20 years old and I'm an independent filmmaker, and welcome to my Breaking Character vlog. For my first video, I'm going to be doing a couple of character questions and taking you all through my process of characterization alongside a friend and creative consultant of mine, Denver Crary. Say hi, Denver.
Hi, everybody. What's going on?
Okay, so today, hide that. Today we are doing Oddish OC Asks. Here is the OP of this, character question sheet. And today we are doing these questions on a character of mine. I guess it's like a derivative, whatever. The character Jason Grace from an adaptation that I'm going to be doing of the Heroes of Olympus series, originally authored by Rick Riordan. That is a project that is so very deep in the works right now. And today, Denver and I are just gonna, do a little characterization, talk about Jason a little bit, do some character questions, and try and build off of like his personality a bit and sort of clarify where he stands. So, when it comes to writing or rewriting the more grittier scenes, it's a lot easier to organically like follow what he'd do. So I put the questions in a generator. I randomly selected them from this list of Oddish OC Asks. And these are the questions I came up with. Number one being, how expressive is their face? And are they easy to read? So me personally, in regards to Jason, I'd say that okay, here's my thing. I feel like Jason's a little bit difficult for me because I feel like he's a bit of a mixed bag, as in I don't think that he hides things very well, but I also don't think that he's a very outwardly emotional person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His face is, when I think of Jason, or at least what we've talked about, I think of someone who's who has a very stone cold kind of demeanor.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who doesn't really react to much about what's going on around him or to him or anything, but you can still you can still kind of tell what's going on though.
Yeah.
Because he'll have little slight changes, his mouth will curve a little bit upward if he's hatching a little plan and he's telling his friends, or his face will soften a little bit when something, when he's having a deep conversation or he's opening up more. You'll see his face harden when he's going out into battle and when he's defending his friends, or if he feels angry or threatened.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see that in all of his face, but he's not an outwardly emotional person due to,
training,
a lot of what's happened to him.
Yeah.
And how he was raised and everything.
Yeah, exactly. He's and there are scenarios in which I think he's also a super earnest person, but I don't really think that there's a lot that really sort of and I don't want him to be this quote unquote robot character or whatever, but I don't think there's a lot that shakes
solemn
him.
But honest.
Yeah, solemn but honest is actually really good. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
For example, I'm going to be using a reference from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. In part 5 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, there's a character named Giorno Giovanna. He is our protag, and basically, he often, at first you can kind of, if you wouldn't know any better, you could perceive him as boring. based off of like how he reacts to situations and stuff, but it's really just the little details, like how he speaks and how how his face slightly changes to like a situation or to what's going on around him, things like that, you know. And then the genius of his character opens up like a floodgate, you know. He's honest, but isn't really all that good at expressing his emotions either. And he tries to ahead and plan things out before doing anything. Right. You know, just like Jason would. I feel like they're very similar characters in that regard.
Yeah, for sure. And like I say this all the time when we're talking. I really do need to watch JoJo with you. Like I have to.
Yeah.
I feel like they're really going to start falling in place. But yeah, as far as easy to read, I feel like that question kind of already answered itself with no. But I also think that like you don't often need to like be especially good at reading Jason, because oftentimes he'll just tell you what he's like feeling, even if it's not like especially emotional or whatever. He usually like is very straight up about how he feels about a situation, I feel like.
Exactly.
Unless it's strategic.
Yeah. Because he's not really, you know, he appreciates honesty, and he's not really good at hiding things either. Yeah. You know, he could if he chose to, but he doesn't really like to either. Yeah. So it's more of a personal thing for him just to be honest all the time and whatnot. Yeah. And less of like, you know, like of him not being able to express himself or being able to show much emotion, things like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but that's yeah. But
yeah, that's how, you know, like I think something that we're gonna.
I'm really excited about that.
yeah, me too. Because now, like, I'm just thinking about it, and like, we're gonna have to put a lot of work into like showing Jason emote on screen, and that's going to be a really fun challenge. And you know what? I'm really excited about that.
And you know, hopefully, the actor that I have in mind, the one that was cast previously, I'm not going to state his name because, you know, things are going to change, whatever. But, you know, I'm thinking of Denver, and I really hope that, like, he's able to work with us, because I really do think that he has the potential to, like, emote in, like, a subtle way that Jason needs. And it was so hard to find. So, like, I'm really excited about that. But
it was extremely hard for you to find.
Yes, it was. It took months. It
really was.
It did. Okay. So the next question, how do they deal with experiencing physical pain? I think, you know, those action movies where like an assassin, like, you know, one like spy is like fighting an assassin or something, and then like the bad guy, whatever assassin, like it's like stabbed in the hand or something, and they just like pull the knife out really slowly and just keep fighting.
Yeah, it'd be a slight wince, if anything. If it really hurts, it would be a slight wince.
Like, almost like
Jason is fucking tough as nails.
No, Jason is like literally batshit. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean to like swear or whatever, but Jason's literally insane. Like, Jason's crazy. like comic book.
Like for real.
Like for real. Comic book, movie, action movie, all of that. Like, Jason is like definitely the one where like I feel like the rest of the 7, they're like, oh my god, like, is he for real? Like, I think
like whenever Jason just does anything just remotely just insane, all the cast is just gonna look at him and be like,
like, are you insane? Are you crazy? Are you literally crazy?
Is it crack? Is that crack you smoke? And it's gonna be this little bit, and then he's gonna be like what? Like, you're acting like this isn't normal, and then everyone's like, yeah, because it isn't.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's pretty cut and dry to me. Like, and I feel like he's also like one of the only ones to do that.
I think he is the only one that can do that.
Because the way that, like, the specific way, and we'll get into it once, you know, we reveal more about the story and stuff on a later date, but he, like, the way he was raised, like, girl. like, girl. But,
he's had a past, let's just say. We can't go into too much detail on it. If you've read The Lost Hero, you probably know, or if you've read The Heroes of Olympus, you probably know what we're referring to.
Yeah.
But for purpose, we can't really go much into it.
Yeah. So our next question is, are they easily insulted? No. That was easy. No. Next question.
Yeah, next question.
We don't really need to get into that. No. Oh my god, the shit that Jason's been through, like some kid.
He's basically an action hero archetype.
Literally,
almost.
No, he is a bit of like an archetype, like a Captain America, whatever. Like
pretty much. Minus the charismatic, beaming smile. Like, I'm Captain America, and I'm gonna throw the shield into you.
He's like Captain America, but like terrifying, like a little bit, like a little.
He's not even like Captain America.
He means well.
Captain America has personality. Has like
he's vivacious,
he's like charming and has personality, things like that. And Jason's just a hardened, like a hardened, just bad.
Oh, can you say that again? You went out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Jason's not like Captain America at all, because Captain America's like really
charismatic, like outgoing. Outgoing? Yeah, like
Yeah. And then Jason's just
baseball, sunshine.
Doesn't take shit from anyone.
Pretty much. She was very reserved, and I do think that, he's got bigger fish to fry than, some kid calling him a poo-poo head or whatever. Like, he doesn't give a fuck. Oh, I'm so sorry. I made a curse. We'll bleep it. It's fine. Okay. But yeah, he doesn't care. Sorry. He just doesn't.
He does not care. Sorry.
Next question.
We do not make the rules. Sorry for cursing, y'all.
I'm really sorry. Oh my god. Okay. The next question is, how do they feel in large crowds? One thing that came into my head immediately was the word lost. I do think that Jason's trained to maneuver and focus and get the job done. But something about his character to me that'll be much clearer on a later date is that he feels really lost to me. He feels like he's definitely, and so I think that being in a crowd full of people that he doesn't know in a high stakes situation, the most stress he's ever been in his life, I don't think that would help it very much. And it would definitely I don't think he totally loses cool composure, whatever you want to call it. But I don't think that it's his favorite thing. I think that
being in crowds.
Yeah, I think too much possibility. You can't really see where your opponent's coming from. Really,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He prefers quiet and peace and more. Obviously, more thinned out areas, where there aren't as much people, just because, like you just said, he thinks tactically a lot, so if there's less people, there's more area for him to cover and for him to see.
Exactly.
But also he feels disconnected when he's in larger crowds, from himself and from others around him, compared to, when he's with just a small group of people, because it's like a pack for him, and Heroes of Olympus, you know what we're getting into, but it's like a pack for him. So he feels very connected to smaller groups and larger spaces for him to be able to promenade. He prefers quiet solitude, peace, not crowds. He's very claustrophobic in that regard, or not claustrophobic, but I guess just anxious.
Yeah, anxious, definitely. Yeah, and I think those are the times in which he'd probably work best, when he has people around him to communicate with and like, I guess, collaborate with or whatever, when it comes to like maybe a higher stake situation, because I can see how he might get, overwhelmed a little quicker that way.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, no, you hit the nail right on the head. But like, he's able to, like, in larger crowds, he wouldn't be able to communicate as easily with like his crew.
Yeah.
But in smaller, not in smaller spaces, but in spaces with like less density, he's able to like communicate. He's able to like think clearly. He's able to be more connected to himself and the people around him. I guess.
Yeah. And so that's definitely something he appreciates, for sure. Next question, or our last question, actually. Do they get the urge to jump from high places? I love this question so much. And I don't know why. It tickles me. I think it's really funny. But I also think there's another angle, like, regarding certain characters, where it's like, it really makes you like think. To answer the question, I don't know if I want to say this in this video, because I don't like, but you.
What questions did you ask?
Sorry. Do they get?
No, you're fine.
It's okay. Do they get the urge to jump from high places? I think yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because if you know the books, Heroes of Olympus, exactly why. And we don't really have to dig into that here, because I don't know, for the lads who don't know, and don't feel like reading the books, when it comes out eventually, it'll just be like a fun surprise, whatever. But it's not that much to, I'm trying to be all secretive about it. It's really not that big of a deal.
I mean, but we can go into it a little bit.
A little.
Okay. I said packs earlier because like that's kind of like the thing that's talked about in the books and everything. So yeah, he would jump off of a high place.
Yeah.
Because that's what.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He would.
Yeah, sorry we were being all secretive about it. We're just gonna tweak it a little bit, so we don't want to talk about it too much. But
too much, we don't want to get into it. But I think that it's gonna be more of a comedic beat. It's not anything heavy, but with Jason, I think it's gonna be it's gonna be really fun. Yes, though. It's
gonna be emotional, I think.
I do think emotional, yes. Emotional, maybe comedic in the eyes of his peers who kind of don't really know what's going on. But to him, I think that it evokes a lot of emotion.
It's important.
Being close to just being higher in the air, and if you know the books, you know exactly where this is going. Just shh, be quiet. No, but I do think that I can see him having that connection to heights, to the sky, to wide open air. I think it's definitely something that's extremely liberating for him, and I think that's something that he doesn't really totally I don't think where we're going to be opening in the show, I don't think it's something that he's totally discovered or really thought too much about before.
I haven't even thought about that.
Yeah, so I think it'll be super fun. Just seeing the golden boy, jumping from high places. Let's get it. Let's do it.
Exactly. Let's fucking get it. Oops, sorry.
Yeah, but yeah. So, and those are all of our questions. The only note that I put for that, by the way, was Jason saying, "I'm gonna jump," and then Leo saying, "Do a flip," because is that not their dynamic? I'm sorry, but it is.
That needs to be in there, because that Futurama reference is gonna feel so nice to put in there. I'm gonna jump. Do a flip.
No, it's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
We're asking the important questions here, the important ones, which is Jane going to jump off the cliff, and is it going to be cool? Both of those answers you'll find out when the show comes out. So we're not going to talk about that much.
Yes, but for now, that's all the questions. So yeah, I just really wanted to just have a little discussion, dig into him, pull some things out, and just get little hints of his personality. The reason that I do this is because it's just easier to sort of let go, have fun, find new things that you love about your character, to help sort of refresh and give you that spark again, especially after writer's block. So that's sort of my reasoning behind it. I love character questions. I could answer them all day, and especially with Denver, literally, it's such a joy talking to you.
We could talk about this all day.
We really could. We really could. But for now, I'm gonna wrap it up. We'll save it for later. We'll put it in the back pocket. But this was just sort of how we develop our characters a little bit more, an exercise that I want to try doing more, to sort of get the conversation going, and even help us pull the plot together in ways that I hadn't even thought of before. The creative juices are flowing. So that's just sort of how we do it over here. Thank you again, jordan-paige. You are a wonderful person. I feel so honored to know you, to work with you, and to be given this platform, to, just sort of speak about my projects and how I do things a little bit. I extremely appreciate it. You're lovely. Your channel is great. And I'm not just saying that because I'm on it. Shout out to Jody. And I'm not just saying it because I'm on it, but Jordy, you're really a fantastic person, and I'm super proud of you. I'm super proud of everyone who puts themselves out there, because that's really all you can do at the end of the day. No matter how things go, I've had a hell of a story. I've had a hell of a journey with my discovery that I loved film, and it's been a lot, but the thing is, what is it? Meet the Robinsons, when they keep moving forward, period. So I'm KATHRYN Madison. This is Denver Query. Say bye, Denver.
Bye. Thank you so much for having me on here to answer questions.
Of course, I love you.
Hope that in the future, when we have more to put out about this and when we have more to share, that y'all will be interested, because it means a lot to me, but especially a lot to Kat, because this is her baby, and this is her kid, it's her child. So,
literally,
to come out here and support her project, please come out here and support it when it's ready. Okay.
Oh.
Right. Bye.
Okay, sorry, thank you. We heard most of that, except for the last 2 seconds.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It was just the last 2 seconds, but I heard all of that, and it was very sweet, and I love you. Thank you.
Did you record it, or are we still recording?
Yeah, we're still recording.
Great. Thank you all so much.
Yes, thank you.
But support my friend's show. Support it right now. I don't know. Support it when we're ready.
Support it, or we're gonna find you. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Too far. It's late. Sorry. Okay. But yes. Love you guys. Appreciate it. And look out for the second vlog coming soon. Good night, everybody. Hi, I'm KATHRYN Madison. I'm 20 years old and I'm an independent filmmaker. Welcome to my second Breaking Character vlog. For my second video, I'll be editing a conversation from an upcoming project of mine. I won't pressure myself to finish polishing it up in this video, but I will definitely be giving it some major maintenance today. Something that's really important for me, and I guess my style of writing, I do like a little bit of melodrama sometimes. My favorite movie is Moulin Rouge. I love the dramatics. like in all of the above. But above all else, my main writing style is absolutely got to be more realistic and grounded, I guess. I definitely take a lot of care to make sure that when I'm writing something, I'm reading it back out to myself so it sounds like, natural as possible. So that's what I'll be doing today. Getting the flow a little bit better, making it feel more natural, more a realistic a conversation. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but it is mine. So that's what we'll be doing today. So today, we're gonna read through it and just straight as is, and then we're gonna go back and we're gonna edit it. And also I've plugged over here. Oh, thanks. Oh no. Wait. I've plugged over here my Twitter and my Instagram. Go follow me on Twitter at KATHRYN MADISON _ and on Instagram at my friends call me Kat. I'd really appreciate it. You really don't have to though. It's okay if you don't want to. That's alright. So let's read it straight through. We're gonna discuss some issues that I have with it. And then we're gonna go back and we're gonna fix her up a little bit. Okay. So starting at the very tippy top. Scene 1, exterior front gates of New Rome, day. Hazel Levesque, 16, daughter of Pluto, and Fai Zhang, 19, son of Mars, flank an old iron gate. They are both clad in a bizarre mix of Roman helmets, breastplates, scabbards, blue jeans, purple t-shirts, and white sneakers. Fai wears a sling of arrows on his back and holds a bow in his hand, and Hazel casually rests a golden spada over her shoulder, a matching shield leaning against the wall next to her. Fai stands at attention, an arrow already knocked for safety, but Hazel leans on the wall, bored out of her mind. Hazel, you know what I really want right now? Pizza. I really miss pizza. Fai, we have like 5 different pizza shops. You know you can have pizza literally any time, right? Hazel, I'm just talking. Fai, maybe the boredom is a sign that we should follow the rules and be quiet. Hazel, why is that even a rule? Fai, if we're focusing on a conversation, we're not focusing on our surroundings. Hazel, I was being rhetorical, Fai. What could even happen anyway? Nothing ever happens. Fai, nothing ever happens? Hazel rolls her eyes, and Fai goes back to watching. He squints at something in the distance. Hazel, aside from that, obviously. Ever since then, we just stand here and stare, even though no one's ever found this place in a gazillion years, and no one's ever gonna find it. Fai, famous last words. Hazel knits her eyebrows. What does that mean? End scene. Or, whatever you're supposed to say. So that is the scene. It's super brief, just, bit under 2 pages. Nothing crazy we're going to be tackling today, but definitely a scene that's in need of a lot of maintenance, and does need a bit of a redirection of the flow. I kind of wrote this when I wasn't totally feeling it, I was still thinking. I knew that this is what I wanted to open with, but I just had no idea what kind of conversation to be having. This conversation is taken, or was created completely from scratch. For those of you who don't recognize the names, these are characters from Rick Riordan's The Son of Neptune, the second installation of the 5-part book series, The Heroes of Olympus. And I'm just doing an adaptation of this series because I love it so dearly. I grew up with it, and that's the sort of backstory. But in my personal canon, in this adaptation, the characters do have a much different relationship than before, and that's sort of what this scene was meant to serve as, a sort of a clarifier of what their relationship is before we really get into the action. Because following this conversation, we just jump directly into an action scene. which isn't, I don't know why I scrolled. It's not there, but we jumped directly into an action scene following this conversation. But I just wasn't feeling the flow, especially with the first lines. I sort of wanted to establish, again, the relationship. I think the relationship between these two characters, within my own personal canon, you can have your own opinions. I don't own these characters or the universe. Please don't get mad at me. This is my personal thing. You know, if you believe something different, I don't take that away from you. But within my canon, though, I see these characters more as like siblings, like, you know, big brother, little sister sort of thing. Which is definitely a departure from their canon relationship. But it's what I feel more comfortable with, and that's what makes more sense for me in my retelling. So the scene was meant to establish that the relationship, they sort of bicker back and forth and, you know, get on each other's nerves. But there is still like a respect there at the end of the day. So what I'm already looking at right here are these first lines, you know, let's just start with these first three. I'm just gonna, well, maybe these first two. I'm just gonna do that. I hate those lines so much. And I was speaking to my main creative consultant, Denver Query, whom I love so much, about this scene at one point, and they noted that definitely maybe something that I should maybe change is maybe make this thing that Hazel in this moment is wistful about something that is actually inaccessible to her at the moment. So I love roller skating, even though it is a workout. So my first thought, I don't know why I went to roller skating. So we'll just like start with that. Like, I miss roller skating. I don't know. And maybe a bit more babble. And just Hazel's definitely like the annoying, like whiny teenager character sometimes, or is exercising that in this moment because she's just so horribly bored. So I was thinking of doing a bit of that. So like, I miss roller skating. Doesn't respond. Make it focused on his. Things. I'm not a fast typer. Anyone that says you have to be a fast typer, like literally, what year is it? Just take your time. No one cares. Unless your job literally depends on you being a fast typer. Well, okay, then maybe that's a skill I should develop. But I don't know. What can I say? I have slow hands. So that's roller skating. So maybe she could say that, but doesn't have a much of a reaction, so she gets a little bit more like obnoxious with it. Having roller skates. Just having them. It's having roller skates. Just having them. You would have to skate all the time. Just knowing I could. I don't know. So we'll just throw that up there. Just knowing I could. I miss having roller skates. Just having them. I didn't even have to skate all the time. Just knowing I could. Maybe I'll just put an italicization. An italic. I don't know the proper plural, whatever. Italics. It doesn't sound right though. I'll just put an italics there. It doesn't, you know. I love randomly italicizing when it feels right for me. Everyone, just do what feels right for you. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just like do whatever you're feeling. I'm getting a little quiet, sorry. I make some more pointed attempt to ignore her. I don't know, whatever. I make some more pointed attempt to ignore her. So Hazel says, "Oh my god, what if she just started? What's that one song? I don't even know what is it called? Oh my god. Okay, this is so funny. What's that one song? It feels like a disco song. I don't know if it's a Donna Summer song. I think it is. Where she goes, looking for some hot stuff, baby, this evening. Why did that just pop in my head? Hazel should definitely say that. Oh my god. Looking for some hot stuff, baby, this evening. Is that Donna Summer? I'm gonna be so embarrassed if it's not, but I'm pretty sure it is. She was like the queen of disco, so I'm pretty sure. But like, you know, they play disco music at the roller rink, so like that kind of thing. Oh geez, what did I do? Oh no. Okay. Hazel singing obnoxiously. Looking for some hot stuff, baby, this evening. Looking for some hot stuff, baby, come on. I don't know the words. I don't know. I hope those are the words. Where? What happened? Oh god. Okay. Looking for some hot stuff, baby, this evening. Vi's like, I'm literally gonna kill you. Why not just let him say it? I'm literally going to kill you. No, but seriously. Looking for some hot stuff, baby, this evening. Looking for some hot stuff, baby, come on. No, because I'm sure we can all, like, testify that, like, you know, when you're trying to be annoying, like, singing is usually, like, a go-to. Not that I put, you know, thought into being, like, obnoxious, but, like, I don't know. Toot toot. Yeah. Beep beep. Not even the same song. But I do say that lyric like at least 4 times a day. Will you shut up? I'm literally gonna kill you. Yeah. Beep beep. Bad girl. Talking about bad girls. And you know what? And I think that, like, that's something that I feel like I haven't been talking a lot because I'm getting a little, like, zoned in. But that's something else that could, like, sort of give us more of an insight into Hazel's personality aside from... Oh my god, it's my dog. He's snoring so loud. Oh my god. My dog snores when he sleeps. Oh my god, he's really loud. Sorry. Okay. But that's something else that could give us insight into Hazel's personality without having to literally have her say, like, I'm being obnoxious because I'm bored. Which is something that I sort of failed to do earlier. And it does extend it a little bit, but I think that it's funny. I'm sorry. It makes me laugh. you please be quiet? I feel like shut up is too harsh right now. And also, Fi's not a very harsh person. Would you please be quiet? Bad girl. Talking about bad girls. Yeah, go Hazel. Go Hazel. If you stop singing, I'll give you a 20. That just popped into my head. I think that's so funny. Hazel's done. Literally, pay me or shut up. That's the energy. Okay, so we can go through and look at it. I haven't been talking very much, sorry. When I get into writing, I sort of forget where I am. But that's just my process. I don't know. When I get into it, I get into it. But it's Canadian. Womp womp. I swear it. Okay. Because it could be like, what's stopping Hazel from just like singing again? And just starting singing again. And she realizes that it's Canadian. Bill. Just like make her swear it on the river Styx. That's so funny. Do the Romans know about the Styx? Whatever, we'll find out. You stop singing right now. Not from just casually swearing on the river Styx. But I feel like it's a very teenager thing to do. Sorry. I think that's a very teenager thing to do. I don't know. I think it's funny. I don't care. And that's usually the judgment I defer to at the end of the day. I think it's funny and I don't care. On the Styx. Now give me my Zune. Also, I'm sorry. Warning swearing. Swore. Also, this exchange feels very long, but it's going to be a lot quicker. I mean, these are pretty short lines. This will probably be like 30 seconds. It'll go pretty quick. All right. Probably just going to have her literally say, I'm bored. So it'll lead into this line. I don't know if I'm going to keep it, but it feels okay for now. Aside from that one time, I should be going in order, but I really just jump everywhere. From that one time, I just want to go ahead and read it through, but I know that one line was bothering me a little bit. All right, so we can skip the description because we already have that. So let's take it from the top. All right, Hazel, I miss roller skating. Vi doesn't respond, laser focused on his surroundings. Hazel, I miss having roller skates. Just having them. I didn't even have to skate all the time. Just knowing I could. Vi makes a more pointed attempt to ignore her. Hazel sighs, singing obnoxiously. Looking for some hot stuff, baby, this evening. Vi stares at her. Hazel continued. Looking for some hot stuff, baby, come on. Vi, I'm literally going to kill you. Hazel singing louder. Toot toot. Yeah. Beep beep. Vi, would you please be quiet? Hazel. Bad girls. Talking about bad girls. Vi, if you stop singing right now, I'll give you a 20. Hazel. Done. Vi, swear it. Hazel, I swear. Vi, swear it on the sticks. Hazel, on the sticks. Hazel regains her composure. Vi hands her a $20 bill, but it's Canadian. Hazel laughs. Oh, F you. Vi, you swore. Hazel, I'm bored. Vi, maybe the boredom is a sign that we should follow the rules and be quiet. Hazel, why is that even a rule? Vi, if we're focusing on a conversation, we're not focusing on our surroundings. Hazel, I was being rhetorical, Vi. What could even happen anyway? Nothing ever happens. Vi, nothing ever happens. Hazel rolls her eyes and Vi goes back to watching. He squints at something in the distance. Hazel, aside from that one time, obviously. Ever since then, we just stand here and stare even though no one's ever found this place in a gazillion years and no one's ever gonna find it. Vi, famous last words. Hazel knits her eyebrows. What does that mean? Alright, you know what? I kinda dig it. I love this. Okay, I like how this turned out a lot. And that's not to say that I won't go back and be editing a lot, but do you guys feel already how, like, to me, it feels like a breath of fresh air, maybe just because I haven't touched this scene in a long time. I've been extremely intimidated by it because, I don't know, I just like my work to be good. And when I feel like it isn't good, I'm like super hard on myself. But with encouragement and time and, you know, just taking some rest for a while, just reapproaching it again, and just like injecting it with a little burst of fresh air, you know, like I'm feeling pretty good right now. I don't know. I love that Hazel will sing Donna Summer obnoxiously at the top of her lungs to like get on her best friend's nerves. I love that. It's really fun. It's a cute new detail, a new layer that I hadn't even thought about for Hazel until literally writing this just now. So that's super exciting. So yeah, I don't know. You know, I could definitely go in and add more, you know, whatever they're called, the parentheses thingies. I can go back and add more of those later. I can add more description later. I can do a lot of things later, but the point is that it feels a lot smoother. It feels a lot more like realistic. It feels a lot more fun. It gives it a bit of a sense of humor before we dive into the angst, you know what I mean? I really enjoy it. I'm kind of having a great time. I like how it turned out a lot. So we're gonna leave that for now. Thank you all so much for joining me today and watching this video. Thank you so much again to Jordan-Paige Suda. You're awesome. Thank you for giving me this platform to sort of, you know, go over something that I'm passionate about and maybe discuss it a little bit, show people my process. You know, I'm not one to put myself out there too often these days, so it's really exciting to be given this opportunity. Thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe, show Jordan some love, show Breaking Characters some love, support, you know, local filmmakers, donate to mutual aid. I appreciate you all, and to all a good night. That was so stupid. Anyway, bye. Thank you.